guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carissa. I'm a full-time model and I tend to do this makeup look all the time. It's simple, natural. It's my go-to. It's what I do on castings. It's what I do during the day if I'm gonna be on camera at all. And it's a great base to start your makeup for the night because you can add anything after you do this. So if you wanna see how I got this look right here, then please keep on watching.
In the calm fall air, and I think I'm changing back into someone I like to call myself.
Okay, first, before we start the makeup, I would just like to point out that I styled my hair today with the Perfector Pro from Callista, and I haven't used it yet. Didn't realize it was gonna make my hair so, like, what's the word, like smoothed out and still have some volume. So love this. And I also used the Marathon hairspray and the Day Off dry shampoo. First things first, if I'm doing an everyday makeup or I'm going to a casting or something that says everyday simple clean makeup, I usually do the same thing every time, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Let me see. Use a light foundation, dewy and smooth Maybelline Fit Me, one of my favorites. This is color 120, and I use a damp beauty blender. Shake it up, and I put this all over my face. The more minimal coverage, the better. If you watch my channel, you know that, but I just think, especially for castings and everyday makeup, you don't want to look overdone. Even on castings, I might not even wear foundation at all. I might just go in with concealer and even my skin out. If I have rosacea, I will cover that because that's not there every day, so I just don't want it to be distracting. Now that I've got a good even layer of this all over my face, I will go in with concealer. My first concealer I'm going to use is the Estee Lauder Double Wear color Light Medium 2W. I love this concealer. It blends amazingly, and I put this anywhere on my skin, not to highlight, but to just put a little extra coverage. So if I have a rosacea outbreak, I will just tap it. And then I lightly blend out with the Beauty Blender. For my second concealer, I take the Glossier Stretch Concealer in G11, and this one's a lot lighter. So I do this a few different ways. If I'm going for a really natural look, I will probably just put my Beauty Blender damp right into it. And if there's anywhere on my face, like since today I have a little bit of redness and rosacea, I will probably take a little extra and just pounce it on top of any red and blotchy areas. And this is very dewy, so it still looks super natural. And then I will take a little bit more on the flatter edge and go up under my eye a little bit. I don't want to overdo the brightening, because I still want to look natural. And then just go around your face, and anywhere you think could use a little extra coverage, just hit that. Lightly pounce it, blend it. These three seem to layer together really well, and I've been loving the finish. So at this stage, if I don't have any texture on my skin, I might not even set it because I love how dewy it looks, but I have a little bit of texture today. So I'll make sure that my creases are blended. Then I'll go in with Laura Mercier translucent powder and set any areas that crease. And I'm lightly setting. I'm not gonna overdo it because I don't wanna look overdone. As far as coverage, that's probably the most I'm going to do. And since this is a natural everyday makeup, I probably won't cream contour either. So I'm just gonna go right into eyebrows first. Take the Glossier Boy Brow, and I just brush them straight up. Then I take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel in dark brown and very, very lightly go over my brows again. You have to be very light-handed here with this color because I've done it a few times where I went overboard and it looks insane, and it's really hard to fix once you go too far. Now, just to give them a little bit more shape and a little bit more fluffy, I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Build-A-Brow brush. I love this eyebrow brush, and my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I'm going to warm up a little bit in the lid. And then I'm going to start drawing on brush strokes onto my eyebrows. Then I usually just take a closer magnifying mirror and just use a concealer brush and blend out any areas that look a little too overdrawn. If I take my time here, this is when they look the most natural and just more fluffy and natural model-like brows, which is what I typically like. If I'm doing a natural makeup, I will probably put on a little bit of mascara and probably no eyeshadow at all. I don't really think it's necessary for a natural makeup, so I'm going to curl my lashes with a Revlon eye curler. Eyelash curler, not eye curler. Why would you curl your whole entire eye? This is a mascara that was sent to me by Sephora, and I've been trying it out. It's called Ilia, and it is limitless lash mascara. I think this is a vegan product. I do like the wand. How do you do it? The wand is nice. I keep the mirror low and try to look down so that the mascara does not get on my upper lid. It usually always does a little bit, but this tends to help. Okay, top lashes, and then I'll put a little bit on the bottom because mine are long, and if I don't, they look powdery and kind of strange sometimes. The next thing I will do is take my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette in light to medium, and I will contour my cheekbones a little bit, and maybe up around here, and maybe a little bit here, just to give me a little more dimension since my foundation kind of made me one tone. And I don't put a lot on if I'm doing natural makeup because I don't want it to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. And this brush is an IT Cosmetics French Boutique Blush Brush. It's angled. I find these angled brushes are really good for contouring the cheeks because they kind of just hug it and you just go up. And I'm not using any color in particular, I literally just go like this. Sometimes I find that my nose looks a little bit white and pale because of the foundation, so I might take this shade, the center one, and just darken the bottom a little bit and a little bit on the sides, just to bring my natural shadows back into play. A little bit. Because keep in mind that when you use a foundation, concealer, evening out your skin tone will ultimately result in taking away all your own shadows. So you're essentially just trying to get your shadows back into your face. That's the way I look at it. And then I will take this Cocoa Collection by Kylie Cosmetics and use the bronzer. Clearly I love it. I hit pan and I'm still using it. And I have the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball Powder Brush. I like it because it's huge and it kind of just hits the entire area, blends everything out.
Some things in life they just don't wanna see. But if Martin Luther was living, he wouldn't let.
A little bit across the nose. Okay. I'm taking that same palette and I'm gonna use a little bit of this blush color. It's the only one I have on me, but I think any blush color is fine as long as you use a little bit, just to add a little bit of color in your cheeks. I like to put mine right on the ball. And a little bit across my nose. Sometimes I put a little bit up here because why not? A little bit of Aquaphor on my lips. This might be one of my favorite steps. I think without this step, I don't even know, my natural makeup is never complete without this step. So you guys know I'm obsessed with the Marc Jacobs lip liners. They are so good, they're amazing. Everyone asks me what I'm wearing when I wear these. And my favorite one is the Nudist. And this is like the best contour lip shade to overline your lips. And I don't really overline my lips, but maybe a little bit underneath here, but I always have to have lip liner on. If I'm gonna overline them at all, I'll do it right here. This is on my lip line on the sides. And then the top, same thing. Line your real lip line first. Right, and then if you wanna overline in the center, just at the top. I don't like to go out of the lines on the sides here because I feel like it just looks obvious. And then I fill it in. And I have another color, same lip liner, Marc Jacobs, and it's called Primrose. And I might layer that on too just because it's a little bit more blush colored, like a rose. And every time I wear this, everyone asks me what's on my lips. If I want to darken it up at all, I also love this. This is by Tarte Cosmetics, and it is the Lip Lingerie in the color Exposed. And this stays on such a long time. I love this lip color. The last thing I will do for a natural makeup is a highlighter because I think it just makes your skin look glowy. And this is Cookie by Benefit. It's an amazing highlighter. Found this on a bachelorette trip. One of my friends, Sydney, had it and we all ended up using it because everybody was obsessed with how it looked. A little bit. This is a Doll 10 brush called the Prepping Perfector. Tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, and then cheekbone. Now, I used to do it out here, but I've lately been doing it more centered here. I think it just looks so good. It makes your skin look so healthy. Because if you look at where your skin is, when you put on your skincare at night, look in the mirror and see where your skin shines the most. And I feel like that's the best place for a highlighter. And then above your eyebrow a little bit. Sometimes I'll hit the top of my lip. And as the final step, what I like to do is take a beauty blender, damp, and pounce it all over my face one last time to ensure everything is seamless and blended. And the highlighter doesn't look like powder, and you kind of blend it down into your skin. It looks more like just really healthy, glowy skin. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. It's the perfect base for any occasion, and I promise you, less makeup the better. And it literally took me, what, like 10-15 minutes to do this? I do this almost every morning I have to work, and I really feel pulled together. And if I have to go out at nighttime, I can just add shadow and liner on top of this, maybe more of a lip, and I am good to go. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, suggestions, thoughts, please leave them down below in the comments. And thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. It really means a lot to me.